Today we're going to tackle cleaning our air conditioners up on the roof. I got the ladder set up here and we're going to get up and clean the evaporator and condenser coils, and they're way overdue. I don't think I've done them since we were in quartzsite, so we'll see how bad they really are. So I'm going to get up there on the roof. Stick around. All right, I am on the roof and that sun is beating up pretty good right there. So it's starting to get warm. So I got to get this done in quite a hurry. So we have the Coleman MachAir, and these are the Mach 10s. And first we got to get this cover off. There's 2 Phillips screws on the top, and down here under this back cover, there's 2 right there. So I'm going to get those off and we'll get this cover popped off. And I'll show you where we go from there. One little screw. 2 little screws. Looks like there's some washers on there. It's sticking pretty good. Hopefully I won't lose them. I'm going to set those right here on this rag. And you got 2 on top here. And they got some fender washers on those ones. Now, you should be able to lift this up and just pop it off, but I always struggle with it. We'll see how today goes. And then it slides forward and off it is. I'll set this over here out of the way. So on the back side here, you see, this is our condenser coil. I don't know if you can see it, but there is quite a bit of dirt and grime on there. So we want to get that all cleaned off. And then on the front here, underneath this panel is our evaporator coil. So we need to take this piece off here, and there's Phillips screws all the way around holding this cover on. So that'll be our next step, is get all of this cover taken off. So I took those 2 screws out, and this piece will actually hinge up, and that gives me access to that evaporator coil in there. So here's the evaporator coil. And you see it's kind of dusty and dirty too, but it's not too bad really. Look at all the grime on top of here. All right, so I got 2 different products here. I got the Frost Clean foaming cleaner. This one we're going to use for the condenser coils on this side, and it comes with this nice little lid that we'll use. And then I've also got this one's the new Calgon evaporator foaming no rinse, and we'll use this one on the evaporator coil. This one's going to have a nicer scent, and because what goes through the evaporator coil goes into the living space, this one's going to have a nicer scent, and it's supposed to be a little bit better for what you're going to be breathing on the inside. So we'll use that one for this side, and we'll use this one for this side. But to start with, I'm going to take this little brush off the top, and I'm going to try to brush out any dirt, and I'm going to check my fins and make sure that they are all straight. So taking this little brush, we'll just reach in here. I'm going to pull all that dirt, lint, I don't know if it shows up in the camera, but you can see the dirt and stuff kind of flopping out of there. This will also help straighten those fins if there's any damage. Mine are in pretty good shape. So the next thing I'm going to do is I got my little DeWalt vacuum here, and I'm going to just take the DeWalt vacuum and kind of try to suck up any dust or grime that's in there. Might be overkill, but we're going to suck up what we can without hurting those fins. I'm also going to clean in this area. It's not bad, really, surprisingly. I'll come around and also clean on this side and the evaporator side. All right, since I got you guys up here on the evaporator side, ours has an extra little electric heat. That's what this unit is right here. And I'm gonna just take this spray foam. The fins all look in great shape, and they're really not all that dirty. But I'm gonna take this spray foam and I'm gonna spray it all down. I got it shook it up good, and that'll help lift the dirt out of the coils. And we're going to be pretty liberal with this stuff. We want to get as much in those coils as we can. Get as much of that stuff out. The better airflow we have, the better it's going to cool, and the less power it's going to use. All right. And then you just watch, because all that water is going to come out your drains. Now we'll come over to this side again. And I'm going to do the same thing here. That foam should, you'll see it start discoloring, and it should just pull that dirt out of those coils. Now both of these are a no rinse, so technically we don't have to rinse them. Some people will take a little spray bottle up here and rinse them anyway. I'm not going to this time. I think I did the last time, but we're going to try it a little different this time. Now while that's setting there, I'm just going to take a rag and I'm going to check the inside, make sure there's nothing built up, make sure the wires look good. I mean, this is amazingly, for how long it's been since we've cleaned it, it looks really good. We're just going to let that foam sit and do its job and lift the dirt out of the system. Well, that's looking really good. I'm going to take my brush one more time. Make sure there's nothing more in there. And unfortunately on the back side with that little heater piece, it's hard to get in there with the brush, but I'm thinking that's looking pretty nice. I might shoot it one more time just because I got it. Just like that. And then over here on this side, we're looking pretty clean in there too. Nice and clean. So I'm gonna go ahead and button this all up, put my screws back in, make sure everything's tight. All right, I got the Front one all buttoned back up. Gonna do the same thing to the rear one. And then I'll meet you inside. All right, I am back inside. The top side is done. And for the record, I don't know if I mentioned it earlier, I did shut the breaker off for the both air conditioners, so they didn't have any AC voltage. And I shut the thermostats off also, so those are both off. I got to turn those back on. But next step is I'm going to clean these filters inside here again. So this front unit, we still have the original cover, but in the bedroom, we have the RV Air Silencer by Wacko. So this unit is really cool. We really like it. I'll put a link up to the video when we installed it. It made a huge difference in sound. So it does what they say it does. Like I said, I'll leave a link. We also have a discount code. I'll give you that discount code. This made a huge difference. Go back and check out our other video on that one. But we like this one in the bedroom so much that we just got one ordered for the living room air conditioner also. So that should be here in the next few days. And once it gets here, I might just add it to the end of this video. Actually, I think I will. I'll add it to the end of this video. I'll do the install on that one. So I'm going to take these filters out and get them cleaned. And the one and only complaint I have about the RV Air Silencer is you have to use a screwdriver to take the cover off in order to change the filters, where the other unit, you can just pop them out. So let me get these screws out. There's 2 screws in each side here. Cover comes down and it's kind of dirty inside. And then the filter here, there's 4 screws in it, but they're key slotted. So you just have to loosen them up. And then it should just slide, come right out. So there's a little bit of dirt and grime on that one. It's ready to be cleaned, that's for sure. And also inside the lid here definitely needs to be cleaned out. Now these original ones, they're much easier. You just kind of pull this cap down, reach up here and push it out. No tools needed. These ones, I don't think they filter near as good. They're not near as dirty as the back ones are. The back one probably gets used a little bit more because we do have a heat pump on that one too. So we use that for heat pump, not just AC. But that's part of the reason I want to switch to the other ones, that I think that it's going to do a better job of cleaning the air. So it's important to clean these filters regularly. I try to do them every month or two because we live in ours full time, but I would say at least once a season if you're just part-time. The cleaner you keep those filters, the cleaner your air is that you're breathing inside, and the cleaner that evaporator core stays up on top. So you don't want that evaporator core to plug up. So we keep the filters clean. So as I mentioned, we like the RV Air Silencer so much in the back that we decided to get one for the front. I actually reached out to RV Air Silencer and asked them, told them I wanted a second unit for the front, wanted to do a follow-up video, so they sent me this one to install in the front. I'm not going to do a full install video because we did that before, so I'll just link that up here somewhere. Go back and check out our full install video. But what I am going to do is I'm going to use my little decibel meter, just on my phone, and I'm going to set it right here, which is about 6 feet from the air conditioner, and I will turn it on with the air conditioner right now is running on full. It's on the regular, with the regular one. I'll turn the decibel meter in, be quiet here for a second, we'll get a reading on that, and then we'll go ahead and I'll change it out, show you anything that needs to be changed, and then I'll do a second decibel reading just to get a baseline, see how much it really is going to change on the front here. So let me turn this on. Okay, the decibel meter is ringing. Of course, it's high while I'm talking. I'm going to be quiet and see what it says. Looks like 58, 59. That's what it's reading right now with this one. And I'm gonna go ahead and shut everything down, put the new one on, and then we'll see what it is there. And for the record, we just cleaned these filters a couple days ago, so they're still clean for that sound. They also did send us the spacer. This is the CT205 spacer. We have the Coleman MachAir 10. So with this spacer, what it does is it covers up the marks from around here. So that'll go on there like that, and that'll cover up the marks from the other cover. All right, we got it installed, and it took me all about 15 minutes. Now, we do have the RV airflow system installed, so it was a lot quicker than if I did not have that. I would have had to use the tape here and covered everything up, and it takes a little bit more time. But because I have the RV airflow also installed, it was much quicker. I haven't used the RV Air Silencer by itself. I know it makes a difference. I know it's supposed to make a big difference without the RV airflow, but I think the combination of the both of them are the best situation. So I got my decibel meter running. It's in about the same place. Let's see what it shows now. I'll be quiet. Looks like we're between 55 and 56, so we still dropped a couple of decibels. I can obviously hear a difference in sound right now, so I think it really works. Anyway, if you want to, like I said, if you want to see the full install on our other video, I'll put the link to that up above. And I hope you enjoyed this video. We got our evaporator and our condensers cleaned up on the roof, cleaned the system up there, got all the filters cleaned, replaced this filter. And that's another thing. These filters, they are much better. Their claims are they're an electrostatic filter. They remove pollutants, increase airflow, years of use, stays in place. I gotta say, that big thick filter is definitely, well, you saw it, I already sent it away. It's definitely a lot nicer than that little thin filter. I think it's gotta clean the air a lot better, and I think it's gonna stay cleaner longer. So, if for no other reason, I think the filter's worth it. And I really think it looks nicer than that other unit up here too. So, again, we have a discount code. I'll put that on the screen. Use our link get a discount and the discount code. And if you enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up. Leave me a comment. Tell me what you think. Did I do something wrong? Do you like what I did? What's your thoughts on these systems? So, have you tried one? So, let me know what you think. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you on the road.